Right there. Do you want to go on a fishing trip with me? We are giving away an expense paid fishing trip with me for one lucky winner in the month of May. All you have to do to win, super simple. Be a premium member during the month of May, and at the end of the month, we'll pick one lucky winner to go on a fishing trip and film some YouTube content with me. To become a premium Walleye Now member, super simple. Go to wherever you download your apps, Google Play or the App Store, search Walleye Now, download it, click premium at the bottom, sign up for either a monthly or yearly, enjoy a ton, endless great walleye fishing content, whether it's presentations, locations, seasonal movements, podcasts. Enjoy all the high definition, high detail content available on Walleye Now. And if you're a premium member at the month of May, we're gonna pick one lucky winner to go on a fishing trip with me. All right. Time to get it cooking. Time to get it cooking. Give me a second here to get it all set up, get it all rocking and rolling. Got to pull it up on my phone here, make sure life is good. We are all going and rolling. How are you guys doing tonight? It is a beautiful summer night on the lake. We hope the good Lord grants us many walleyes tonight, many hook sets. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. All right, I got the stream up on my phone. Fish live before I go trolling tonight. Good, man. You could actually watch me live while you're trolling tonight, except I don't know if we're going to make it quite that long. What is going on tonight, guys? Appreciate you guys tuning in for another live. I enjoy doing these things. Hopefully you guys enjoy doing these. Obviously, if you watched that little beginning giveaway piece, last week we gave away our first prize, Giant Kalen's prize pack. The grand prize at the end of the month is fishing trip with me. The second week of May is going to be that big church tackle planer boards. Third week is going to be at one of my favorite Elliott fishing rods. So all you have to do to win any of those, be a Walleye Now premium member. Now, set the stage a little bit for tonight's live stream. Water temps have just accelerated insane. It's crazy how fast everything's been warming up. Screen looks good. Everything's been just accelerating insane, right? We had water temps opening day, which was like May 4th or 5th or something. They were like 44 to 46 degrees. Now we're looking at, what's my graph say here? 61. Insane. We had massive bug hatch roll through the last couple days. It's starting to kind of get a little bit better. Filmed a YouTube video on that yesterday, so that'll probably post in this coming Sunday, but it's like 85 degrees out. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I'm seeing fish pull out of spots they were, totally change. I've caught fish over basin already. I mean, it's a pretty interesting May. Now, it looks like next week everything's gonna slow down a little bit and kind of go back to a little bit more of a seasonal deal. Now, I got a bunch of stuff tied on, playing around with some fluke style light stuff on jig head, the old strolling technique. You guys know the deal on that. We'll probably catch a fish on that. We got a jerkbait tied on in case we want to go that route. Some of my fish are starting to pull deeper, so some spots that might not work. We got dual cannons loaded, ready to rock and roll. 2 Kalen slip bobbers ready to fire down on these fish. And then I got 16th ounce, 8th ounce jigs tied up on some real light wispy stuff. And I might just start on that. Now the hope here is, and let me check my connection here. It sounds like everything's good. Hoping here is that this stream's one of the best ones you guys have watched. Maybe not as far as fish catching goes, but definitely to do with the settings I have on this stream. So hopefully this is a better quality. Hopefully there's no lag. I try to improve a little bit every time. When you're technologically handicapped like myself, you know, all bets are off as far as what could happen. But we're gonna start out just with a jig and a leech here. and just see what we can make happen. Keep me posted how the stream is, how the leg is. It honestly looks like one of the better ones on my end. This better be at leech. I wish, brother. Let's get some more 25 inches. Yes, sir. That's the hope. The other thing I'm gonna do tonight, I'm on a lake I've fished 3-4 times this year. I'm kind of sick of just fishing like the same couple spots that are just loaded with fish. And so we're just gonna kind of play around a little bit. I haven't even been on this spot yet. I literally dropped the trolling motor about 100 yards that way, drove through, saw a fish. This is a big spot. I'm like, well, let's try it. Let's see what heck can happen, right? So what I'm fishing right now is a 16th ounce Kalen's Pendu jig and a jumbo leech. And I'm throwing this on a 7.6 medium light Elliott. And it seems like sometimes when you get a bug hatch, this can be kind of a good way to go. It's also just a good way to fish for fish at any level of the water column. You could have bought another boat with that ring you gave Shelby, yeah. God, not quite. It wasn't quite that expensive, my man. Fishing a lot of weeds lately, or I have been fishing just pods of bait too. That's been the other thing I've been spending a lot of time looking at, is just areas with a lot of bait and fish just kind of all over in it. I want to go real slow through this stuff. I kind of don't want to just scream through stuff. Get in a couple areas tonight, really try to pick them apart, you know. Do you like the Mega Live mounted better on the trolling motor? This is one we've delved into many times now, but I will continue to answer it. Like I always have the TKI pole in here. It's mounted right in the back right now. It's on a track mount, so I can put it right here if I want. There's certain things, like if you know you're just going to be spot locking and like slip bobbering a whole bunch, like it is really nice to have it on the pole. So one thing I always say is, when you rig a boat, the cheapest part of the whole live setup is just the wires that go from power to your graph, or power to the deucer, right? So rig up a whole bunch of those, one in the front, one in the back, so that you can take that track mount, put it back there, put it up here, kind of do whatever you want with it, right? So I have that set up. The trolling motor I like for if I'm just, you know, we'll say this, if you fish like with other people, the pole is much more friendly for other people to cast at. Nothing yet. This is kind of just a big shoreline flat. It's got some dips, some low spots, some high spots, tons of weeds obviously here. I know there's areas where we could just plop down on fish a lot faster than this. Recob, I might not have your number anymore, might be the problem. Text me your name so I know it's you, and I'll definitely respond. Ooh, right here, over the top, these look like 15 inchers. Those almost look like some damn slip bobber culprits right there. Not sure how I didn't get bit on that, to be honest with you guys. That felt like a gimme, and it turned out he just, two of them followed it, and that was all I got out of them. Don't like that very much. Ooh, I don't like this so far. Luckily, I'm still downwind of them. Eat it. Come on. Just gonna let it sit here right in his face for a second. Oh my gosh, dude, he did. He ate it right there, just hovering on him. Ready? Oh. Bad luck to lose the first one. It was not a big walleye, but it was a walleye. Even gave him all that time too. That was a giant leech. How do you decide on Norse batteries? I'm looking at some lithium batteries. So I'm not gonna be honest with you guys. I knew nothing about batteries. So I talked to people that knew a lot about batteries. And the guys at Norsk are obviously quite knowledgeable. Now, the setup I have might be a little extreme, but extreme's good, in my opinion, when you fish a ton. I mean, the number one goal of batteries is to never have to think about it, right? And that's kind of the setup I have. So my Norsk battery setup here is, I got two 36-volt batteries tied to my trolling motor, so I essentially have like double the power, right? And then on my graph setup, I have two 16s tied together to power my graphs. And then I have one in-house, or just one house battery. That's just kind of runs all my accessories and powers my big motor. A couple finicky little buggers to start here. We'll dial them up though. I'm basically just making repetitive casts at the same two fish right now, which is not my favorite way to fish, believe it or not. There we go. Come on. Finicky, finicky. Okay. You guys do you. Staring at it. Last cast on these ones, and then we're out. I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys watch me fail to catch the same two fish for the next hour. They aren't really moving good. They aren't really doing anything good for me right there. So we will continue on. Bite gets harder when bug hatch for sure. Yeah, yesterday I put together a really good pattern, and the bug hatch was like going insane yesterday, but I'm confident we'll do decent tonight. It might just not be out of control. Where are the fish? Some of these, I don't know if I blew them out already. Like, that is a really weird interaction right there. whole bunch of just what look like 15 inchers up in here. Probably should have stayed way away from them and gone for the slip bobber approach. I've fished this lake several times this year and I haven't really seen a lot of this. What look like small fish to me. There we go, that one got it. Real soft bite. Right there. Yep, 15 inches. 17 inches. We'll give him a little justice. Give him a little justice. There we go, walleye number 1. Had a good feeling fish are probably moving to this spot. You know, I titled this video, I think, Early Summer Walleye Patterns. Congrats on the Facebook announcement, appreciate it. We might as well make the announcement out live, right? Shelby finally said yes to my sorry self a couple weeks ago. And we're finally kind of making it official on the old interwebs. I think like at some point you got to tell everybody, right? Can't just keep it a secret the whole time. So thank you about that. Would you mind pointing out fish on the screen that you're talking about? Yeah. We'll see if we can see one right now. There's a walleye right there. There's also another one right there behind this weed. See him right there, kind of elevated up high. For sport here, should we get a little slip bobber going? Just see if what they do with it here. I titled the title of this live stream like early summer transition or whatever the heck I titled it. And what I'm seeing is a lot more of these fish pulling out of that super shallow stuff. And uploaded a really good piece breaking it all down with side imaging and everything to Walleye Now earlier today. But essentially what we're seeing is the same big piece of structure may still be holding fish, but how those fish are relating to it, totally different. Oh, that was a bad at casting angle. Something about watching a bobber go down that just never really gets old, does it? We'll see. The bobber on this lake has been hit or miss for me. It's crazy sometimes how you can have the same presentation, but how you fish it can totally change. When you're fishing slip bobbers, how close to the bottom are you trying to say? So right now, not very close. Looks like it's about 10, 11 feet out there, and I'm only down about 5 in there. But you can see those fish where they are not on the bottom, except where are they now? Still a couple way out there. I mean, they're all over it. Just not getting them to bite yet. It's something about the chase, right? Slip bobber, tough to get at chase. Is it worth to go with Humminbird Live if all your electronics are Humminbird encoder? Does it really work with them? Is it worth it to go to Humminbird Live while your electronics are Humminbird Plus encoder? Does it really work with them? Well, the Humminbird does work with all the other Humminbirds for sure. If networking is a big deal for you. I'll give the slip bobber one more second. I'm kind of bored of it already. Oh, I just keep missing. My casting is not good today. It's not good at all. Oh, they keep moving on me. I keep making slightly unlucky casts here. There we go. I don't mind that. Look at them, they're just sitting there. Eat my bobber. Eat my bobber. How long do we give the bobber here, folks? I'm way too impatient right now. I've noticed this a lot of times over the course of my slip bobbering career, that there's times where like you could fish a jig and a leech and catch far more fish than you can with a bobber and a leech. Seen the same thing with drop shots sometimes. Seemed like yesterday the jig and the leech was kind of what I really wanted to have. Well, watching a bobber go down is like so simple and fun. Just like this, I'm not seeing it go down, obviously. Try the jerkbait. It's been hot lately. It has. I get tired of fishing the same thing over and over. One more cast on these and then we're moving. See what else the spot has in store for us. Come on, dude. You can't just chase it, you gotta bite it. Chase, 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 no bite. What's up with that? All right, I'm done playing around. This is for real, the last cast this time. Sitting on inactive fish is my pet peeve. Yeah, see, they just kind of sit there. They're not really like moving the way you really want them to here. Onward. When is the new riverboat coming? So I just got, damn it, forgot to call a guy today. Just received word that all the parts are pretty much there and going on the boat this week, so. There's a better mark right there. Soon is the answer. And believe me, I'm as excited as you guys for it. Eat it. Little sons of bitches, dude. Little sons of bitches. They didn't want to bite it. see it. Go over to it. Spot definitely has mostly not bigger fish in it for sure so far. It's possible we could find some bigger ones set up a little differently. But as of right now, I'm not real convinced this spot's looking real great. Eat it, go up to it. Couple finicky little rascals so far. Snap jig and jerk minnow, yes, possible. There's only so many times, so many different things to cast, okay? They're just sitting under it, which tells me they would want chase, some kind of chase going on here. I like that a touch more here. Straighten my leech out here. Oh, where'd you go, buddy? Quickly turning into not a fan of the fish on this spot. I'm just gonna try putting it right in the ground, see if he'll bite it, just twitching. Oh, and you just get right in the weeds. It's possible we started on the worst spot. Have you seen any bugs in the walleye's mouths? Yes, lots yesterday. We're gonna keep moving around. We need a bigger pod. I'm staying away from the Insano spot we filmed on last time. I feel like I brought a little too much heat. We might sneak in there right as the sun's going down again like we did last live stream. Big weed flat, as you guys can see, just kind of up and down, weeds here, some weed, no weeds there. That's a weed. It's creeping real slow through it. How's the quality of the stream? Is it pretty clear overall? There was one key setting that was literally the culprit of 99% of my live streaming issues. The Starlink definitely made some big advancements, but one of the main problems was a bitrate issue. What's a bitrate? Your guess is as good as mine what in the world a bitrate is. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. We're gonna go a little ways down this, then I'm gonna whip back around real fast and go the other way. I have not looked at this spot at all yet this year, so we're doing it together here for the first time. But a lot of these kind of spots that have a little bit more of an way outside edge are gonna start getting good here the next week as these fish start transitioning into like early summer stuff with these wild, out of control water temps. All right, let's whip around, go back the other way. We'll see what we see. We'll get to some questions while we're putting here. So next weekend is going to be cold. I'm thinking about going to Leech, but I saw it might be down in the 30s. Do you think fish might move back up into shallows or just pause moving out deep? My guess is you're not going to see a whole much of a change in location as that happens. Generally, what you're actually going to see happen is fish hate that big drop from warm to cold. So during a warming trend, fish will be shallow. During a cooling trend, a lot of times that's going to pull fish back a little bit, which might honestly be a lot closer to where they are now. You're probably going to still see some fish that are just trying to suck up mega shallow into some of that warmest water, but more than likely, I would think that you're just going to kind of see fish out there. There's always, there's fish in the sand in August in 10 feet of water or less, right? So you're still going to see some fish in those kind of locations, but my guess is that really shallow bite, you might see like the mornings of those 30-degree nights, the morning might be slow, but then if it reaches 55 in the afternoon, the fish are going to be, I don't think you're really going to see as much of a change as you would think. Do you even do any of your electronics classes around Madison, or do you only do them at Shields locations? Yeah, so those are just seminars I do through Shields. I don't do any like in-person electronics classes. Very crisp and clear. The quality is fantastic. Yes, we finally achieved it. We're in like a hole inside of a sand flat right now. So the bit rate in which I am broadcasting at is 2,000 bit rate. Now, previously, for anybody that cares, it was set automatically at 6,500, which is apparently way too high of a bit rate for fishing in a boat and streaming multiple cameras off of a Starlink in the middle of nowhere. So, what is a bit rate? It reminds me of that scene of Wolf on Wall Street. He's like, it's Fugazi. I'm getting 100 text messages right now. Where do you find fish? A lake with little to no structure and max depth is 16 feet. Any kind of outside edge, could be a weed edge, could just be where the soft bottom meets like the sandy break line. Any kind of super shallow thing you have on the shoreline. The other place you're always going to find them in a lake like that is just out in the middle of nowhere, because most of the lake is nowhere. All right, we're getting close to what could potentially be a sweet spot up here. I'm just taking my time in case I see just a whopper out here in the middle of nowhere. I want to be able to put a cast on him. screen looks great right now. Awesome. Today we are fishing in northern Wisconsin. I am actually on doggy duty this week, which is good because fishing opener's open and I can fish around my house now. Shelby is on a quick road trip with her mother, so it is just me and the doggos at home, which means I can travel this week. Luckily for me, I live pretty close to a whole bunch of little walleye lakes. Show me some juice. Unless I gotta move spots already, which would be less fortunate, but it's pretty much the reality of fishing. Oh, there's a fishy. Oh, and of course, there goes my leech right there. Gone. Like the wind. Wasn't a great reaction, was it? He's somehow not seeing it, folks. He's gonna see it this time, though. Wow, you want to talk about just an incredibly bad reaction from a fish right there. Come on. Oh. Look at them, a few more of their little buddies popped up right there. Well, I think we should probably move spots. Not to say we can't sit here and make a couple happen. I'm not one for sitting on fish that don't bite for very long. Not really my style. No need to do that. All right, let's move around. Stick with me, folks. We're putting the move on them. We're putting the move on them. I'm gonna rebait first because I'm just that confident in where we're going. We're just gonna thump them. I'm gonna go back to my jig and leech. I just caught my first walleye of the night here. Let's see if we can't make it happen on that again. There's no need to overcomplicate it, right? Just fish something that works, put it in front of fish and get bites. It's really the level of complication we're dealing with here, which is not very much. All right, onward. All right, stick with me. I gotta put you on mute. All right, I kind of want to do a little bit of open water hunting tonight. Yesterday, with all the bug hatch we had, it blew so much bait around that I was seeing a few fish start to pop up super high out here over basin. Obviously, the hope here is going to kind of be that we could find a few of them tonight. Which, if there's one rule about filming these live streams that I noticed, it's don't count on anything that happened not in a live stream. Show us the map so we can kind of structure around. Right now we're on nothing, but there's a big shallow flat in front of me. You pay for the top tier Starlink. So I didn't buy the residential one. I bought the Roam one. It's still $160 for the service a month. I was just thinking on the way over here, one of these days I'm gonna forget that it's up. I have it mounted in a track right on the side of, well, right in the track mount on my boat. And it has not been tested yet in waves. So I'm a little curious if I forget to take it down one day in big waves and end up just, losing it to the water, which could definitely happen. Got excited there. Little bait fish. We're looking for just big tank mark out here in no man's land right now. This kind of fishing, you might just go a long ways without seeing anything, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice for a super tanker. These open water fish are just here, then over there, and then gone, and then just, there's nothing holding them anywhere except bait. So bait and water temp. So it's totally possible the pattern that was here yesterday is nowhere near here today. Why would you think purple would be so good? We are fishing flicker sheds purple and they are killing it. Water temp's almost 75 degrees. Fish are in open water, 21 feet. Catching them, fish at 14. Why is purple good? I don't know. It seems like anywhere water's kind of clear, purple's good. And anywhere water's dirty, like dark purple's good. I see the same thing though. I love purple. What is that all the way down there? Nothing very big. Not gonna worry about it. Is this a basin search? We're not gonna basin search for long. This is like a couple 100 yards of basin search. This is like the very first part of the season where fish are starting to do this out here. And the only reason it even started happening is because of all the bug hatch yesterday getting blown around. Then that bug hatch drifts out of wherever it was, gets up on the surface, or it's somewhere stuck in the water column up high, and then all the little perch and bait get up under it. And then obviously the walleyes follow it around. Especially these big pre-spawn or post-spawn females that my graph screen is fixed. I'm just not looking at the bottom right now. This is a little bit of a gamble that's looking so far like it's not going to pay off because I'm not seeing much bait and no fish so far. You're still live right now? Yes, this whole thing is live. I'm fishing the basin closest to a giant weed flat, where the fish were a couple days, and probably still where they are, to be honest with you. It looks like the basin is not going to pan out for us at this juncture. Well, sometimes what you'll see is right the second you get, like let's say big weed flat comes out, boom, the second right at that break, you'll start seeing some big ones. Yeah, the black flies were absolutely insane here yesterday. Or not biting flies, whatever those little flies that start hatching are. We're about to start coming into some structure though, so we'll see if our fortune changes here. You ever use a 16th ounce and a paddle tail? Yeah, it's pretty slow for a paddle. 16th ounce little marabou hair jigs, I'll fish those. 16th ounce on a slip bobber, and real light little ones when I'm fishing a leech like this, or a crawler sometimes. I'm actually shocked by I mean, there's nothing. There's no bait, and not surprising seeing nothing anywhere that you're also not seeing walleyes. They might be just all up in the weeds today. What Kalen slip bobber do you use more often? Quarter. When will you break out the search bait? I mean, probably soon, honestly. I definitely like fishing a crawler the most on a search bait, so I'll probably start grabbing a few crawlers and playing with it here next week or so. Start with the quarters, as you can kind of fish it like a jig, and then kind of work my way up the size as I start going deeper and more aggressive. Jerkbait hooks keeps wrapping around the line. So if you're ever having problems fishing the search bait, longer, 7+ foot medium light action rod, 10-pound braid, tie in like a 12 or a 14-pound fluoro leader, and lob the bait out there. Do not whip the bait. You'll be 1,000 times better off. Yeah, there's no suspending going on tonight. Very peculiar. We might be riding the struggle bus here on the spot to start things out. Oh, right here though, real close. How did he get so close to me? Dang it, dude. How did that even happen like that? Probably because I was looking at the live chat and not looking at what I was doing. Come on, turn. It's a good one. I'm just going to freestyle him here. Yep, you got it right there. No, dude, that was a big fish. How did he not have that bait all the way? Oh my gosh, dude. Struggle, dude, the struggle. I even dropped the rod, let him eat it for a second. It's only a leech, and he somehow just didn't have it good. Unbelievable. That was a heartbreaker because that was one of those big ones we were after. Painful, painful. Okay, he's still right behind me. This would be the scope of a lifetime right here. He's still up high though, dude. We got a shot at him. It's not over yet. No, he's not going to see that. We need redemption on this fish. Is that even the same fish though, or am I just losing my mind now? He looks really small and he's straight down. Yeah, dang it, dude. The only real change is just, I mean, basically bug hatch pretty much. Just there being a little bit less of it now. Repositioned the fish a lot, did a lot of fish jostling around. We'll find somewhere tonight where there's a lot. It's just, I have not hit that spot yet. And I'm trying to look at a few different spots that I haven't fished in a little while. That one stung though. That was a big fish for sure. Live stream is unbelievable. I think you guys, fingers crossed, this is how they should all look going forward. You're not very intelligent with technology. You know, the learning curve is slightly slower for some. Just a jig head and a leech, yes, that's tough, yikes. Yeah, you know, sometimes it just, it's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. Might be a move spots situation, as I'm not, outside of that one big fish, not seeing what I really want to see here. Are you guys all right with a low numbers big fish gamble? Or do you guys just want to see like hook set after hook set? Not to say I can guarantee either of those things, but how would you be hunting them down if you weren't doing it with forward facing? I would be doing it with side imaging. I'd be driving around all of the weed edges in the lake. Bigger the better. In 8 to 12 feet of water. And I'd have jigs on, jerkbaits on, slip bobbers on. I'd have a little bit of everything on, and I would be side imaging them all on outside, inside weed edges, or pockets in the weeds. That is exactly what I would be doing. See, it seems like a lot of this stuff is where the fish were. Now what it seems like is like anywhere you need an edge. You need some kind of outside contour edge with a little bit of weeds. Big fish in a grind. My man, you guys are really supporting me here with my sick addiction of hunting. Very low numbers, big fish in the middle of a no man's land. We'll cruise through this and we'll see what we can come up with, and if we don't, we'll move. Now we're seeing some bait though. That's a good thing. Now, what you ideally want to see is a big fat sassy mark up high in, like, just like that right there. Wow, right as I was saying it. Come on. Dude, you have to eat this. Oh my gosh, dude. Heartbreaker. That was a big walleye. It still is a big walleye, dude. How? You guys see how hot he was on me? I still see him right here in the bottom. That was a tough one. I don't know where in the world. Oh, he's over here now. He's over here now. Get on him, get on him. Dude, how do you not bite that? I don't understand how you can say no to this, dude. And he's like at the perfect height. How, dude? How do you not bite that? Oh, is that a tough one to swallow right there? Oh, is that tough? We had that fish really going good too. He has to go. He has to. He just won't really go. How is that possible? I don't know. We try like a minnow bait on him? I don't know. I don't like this kind of fishing where I just cast at the same fish all the time. Alright, he didn't see that. What, dude, is going on? Oh, that's how it be sometimes, though. Toss him a jerkbait. I will. He's moving so weird. You see how he goes like down and then he comes way back up? He's like, all right, he's got to reset. I got to mentally reset. Now he's getting conditioned though. He's like, oh, jerk minnow and green pumpkin. I like it. Interesting choice for a guy that didn't bite a leech. Brutal, dude. That is such a stud walleye too. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it one more toss with the leech, and then we're gonna forget this ever happened. Okay. Do you guys want to see me fish for one fish for 3 hours? He's flying around really bizarrely too. Yeah, he finally worked his way in over there. Okay, well, you know, it was fun, buddy. You gave us some excitement anyways. It was 2 big ones I should have had. Well, that was fun while it lasted, huh? That's the heartbreaker of these basin fish, is that you don't get around very many of them, and you just gotta try as hard as you can to make your shots count. What is this that's right on the surface over here? Bad cast, bad cast. Not sure what that is, but I don't think it's a fish. I just put it literally right on his head. So that's a no. Contrary to what you guys are seeing, this lake's actually fishing really good right now. You just kind of got to land on that. Well, probably get around a few more fish than where we're on. When you're hunting the low numbers basin fish, you know, you hit 2 fish or you miss one and then one like that, and you're just like, oh man, is that rough? Just because you know what it can be, you know. We might move spots here, go look at a different area. We just should have had those 2, man. That one stings. It stings. Well, should we keep moving? Unless I see another fat, juicy mark, which I am just not seeing it right now. All right, we're moving. Definitely some potential. This is the kind of spot where if I was filming a video, I'd just sit here probably. Because if I knew I had just unlimited time to make it happen. We will see you guys on gotta mute you guys quick and then we'll see you on the next spot. All right, let's see what we can get going here. Trolling motor down. Get my leech back out here. Glad to see our stream is operating flawlessly this time, which is a great surprise for me. Another big weed flat here. Come on, dude, you're big. Man, whew, are they finicky today? Holy smokes. All right, we're getting in some fish now. Whoa, is that not a good sign though? That is not a good sign right there. We might have to go to the other end of the spectrum here. Get like a jerkbait going or something. Because that is not what you want to see, folks. It is not at all what you want to see. Tons of bug life and bait all over in here. That was a rough go. We're getting played right now. Picture went fuzzy on you. Let me look at that in a second here. You got it. Yeah, there we go. All right, finally got one to eat. It's a nice fish too. Got a nice fish on here. We did it. We rebounded. Just gotta land them. Just gotta land them. Nice walleye. Nice walleye. It's so much fun fighting fish on these 7+ foot rods. These light action 7.5 footers, dude. They just load up. Beautiful fish right there. We'll put you in the old Kalins, buddy, because we need this one. We need this one. Oh yeah, he's a pretty one. He's a pretty one right there. Looks like the fuzziness is gone. Picture back. All right, good. No idea why that would happen, but it could be a service thing. I have no idea, honestly. Look at that one. Beautiful walleye on a beautiful spring evening right there. Look how well built that fish is. It's already putting all that weight back on. See you later, dude. I gotta check my computer real quick here. Well, I'm getting some kind of bit rate thing going on my screen right now, which I'm not really sure what that's about. Could be we just don't have quite as good a service here. Just realized that I am somehow on my own Wi-Fi. I'm gonna take myself off that. Can you guys see this mass of bugs around me here? Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, dude, I hooked the weed that those fish were sitting in. They all just blew out of there. Oops. It's not trying to do that. Well, we kind of landed on them on this spot, huh? Tried a jerkbait today at all? Not yet, I have not, but we might be working our way that way. I see it got blurry again. Might be a bit rate issue, guys, so I don't honestly know how much exactly I can do about that. I can try a couple things, but I'm not sure what it's going to do to the stream. Yep, right here. Got him right there. Why does this feel so small? What is going on, dude? Because my drag was super loose and he ran at me. All right, folks, we are on the fishes now. We are on the big school of fish now. Any chance that you would be making your way to Canada? Possibly. You're a little fuzzy, yeah. There's things I can try. I'm not convinced it's gonna make it better. What's it saying here? Your stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. I do not know what that means exactly. I gotta try more live streaming when nobody's on, so I can dial this in. It's always like too much pressure to start messing around with settings when everyone's watching. Just don't want to drop the stream. There's a mass of flies around me up here that is just gnarly. There's also about 20 fish off my bow right now. I don't even know where to cast right now. Come on, gotta get bit here. Yep. We're on them now, boys. We are on them now. I just gotta stay out of that stuff. Keep myself not from getting up in there, right on top of them. There's so much bug hatch probably blowing out into here. This is gonna be a good fish too. So you guys can't tell. These flies gnats are annoying. Clear now, that's a beauty. You're a little fuzzy. Yeah, we're trying. This is gonna be a nice fish though. Is there anything better than that right there? Listen to that sound. Love it, dude. Evening like this in a warrior, these are the kind of days you remember come winter. Flat, calm day in the boat. This is always what I wondered to people that were obsessed with ice fishing. They were like, dude, I never want ice season to end. I don't think those people have ever been in a boat on a night like this, catching fish like this. This one won't give up. He's super heavy. I mean, this is an absolutely gorgeous eyeball right here. Got him. Got him. That's a chunk, dude. That is a chunk. Do you see that noggin on this thing? Look at that fish right there. Look how he's got this jig hooked. You guys see that? Right in the tongue, dude. It's almost impossible. Oh my gosh, it came right out too. That is a perfect evening right there. See you later, buddy. It's always the worst service spot that you catch the most fish. I'm tangled around Starlink right now. All right, we're back, we're back. Do you dare hit those fish with a jerkbait? The problem with hitting a fish with a jerkbait, like at a big school, is you can just pull all of those fish out to you. And then your whole school's busted up. And you completely blow the opportunity to like catch a bunch more of them while they're all sitting there all pretty for you. Yeah, you guys probably can't, I don't even know if you guys can see it on the stream, but there's about 1,000 flies right here just sitting on, are they getting on the camera at all? Oh my gosh, dude, there's fish behind me. There's so many fish around me right now. I'm just right in the money, right in the zone here. Might have kind of blown up that shallow pot I was on her. Sometimes that you'll reel one big fish out, kind of like we did there, and then it'll just kind of grenade the area, and it kind of seems like that's kind of what happened here. But the fact we saw that many like the second we got in here leads me to believe there's probably going to be a few more somewhere else. I just can't get right on them. You can just see how much weed growth's in there. I mean, it's thick. These fish are just kind of sliding way up in there. Oh, dude, look at that up there. like that cast. That's what we want right there. It's like they know something's up. No. Once you go to jerkbait for me if you throw it. I don't really have one, honestly. It's all about depth and kind of what I want. There's a big difference, in my opinion, between jerkbaits that have like that slashing motion and jerkbaits that have like a husky jerk or a Smithwick roll. We want that fish, though, I can tell you that right now. Oh my gosh, dude, they're starting to stack up out here out the edge. I don't even know which one to go at, and I can't concentrate enough. All right, I don't like how that one's sitting there. We're gonna go out for this big guy. Oh, and then he just went down though. Describe the general area you're in. Yeah, so big shoreline flat that comes out hundreds of yards long, and just kind of a really nice slow taper to it. Dang, dude, all of a sudden they're getting real picky on me. It's like it was going good until I had to blow that whole big school of fish up. Might be jerkbait time, might be jerkbait time. Like these ones sitting right off the bow, couldn't get them to do anything. Show me more. Oh, they're up in there. tough crowd here all of a sudden. Jeez. I don't understand how those fish will not move on a bait. See how much insane amount of life is around? Unbelievable. Do you think live scope spooks some fish? 100%, definitely does. Especially flat and in shallow water, much like the conditions which we are fishing in right now. Are we back to blurry or are we still clear? Mine is showing clear, but there's definitely Walleye Now videos on jerkbaiting. It's gonna show it much more under spring and maybe early summer. Definitely spring and or early spring and late spring. So it's a good question, honestly. So there's a lot of videos that are on there that people have probably never seen, right? Or just like that question, like, oh, I've never seen a Walleye Now on jerkbait, right? If you just go on the app, that's why we put that new search feature in, and search jerkbait or crankbait or anything like that, everything is going to come up that is related to that. Question on Megalive 1, would you recommend it as a cheaper alternative to Megalive 2 or the other things now that they're so cheap? Yeah, it definitely gets you in the game, right? Now, is it as good as Megalive 2? Is it as good as Garmin? No, right? But if you're looking for, if you're like, hey man, I got $500 to spend on a forward-facing deucer and I want something, it's gonna get you in the game. You're throwing a leech, yes, throw out a slip bobber. Flat calm right now. This lake, I do really bad flat calm. It's been, honestly, man, this lake has not been good to me on slip bobbers, but every other lake I've fished, I'll post a video tomorrow on YouTube where it's just a beat down on slip bobbers on, where I was fishing a lake, which I hardly ever fish really. And it was pretty crazy. I'm gonna refresh my leech. Show yourselves. kind of feel like we just pulled up right on the juice there. And then we blew it all apart on those 2 or 3 fish we caught. Tips for thick weeds on Metro Lake. Yeah, a lot of times those Metro Lakes, you're looking at milfoil. Milfoil grows in a wall. So a lot of times if it's short in the spring, what you're gonna see is fish might sit over top of it, especially if it's some of that deeper milfoil. As that milfoil gets taller, what you're gonna see is fish sitting on inside hooks of it, voids of it, isolated pockets of it, edge, could be an inside edge, could be an outside edge. Oh man, still sick. Overcoming either COVID or something last week. But the other thing, if it's just there's weeds everywhere, look for something different, whether that's maybe where you have some rock intersecting a big weed bed. When is a good time to use soft plastics? Honestly, worth a shot right now. Should we go to a spot and just try soft plastics, like on the next spot or something? Just try something totally off the chart and see if it catches fish. Instead of just doing the same thing. I don't care, man. This is your guys' live stream. Oh. Do you throw a jerkbait on that and just explode it right off the bat? Or do you put the leech in there? Get it? Got him right here. What, dude? How did he drop that? I got some real finicky biters tonight. Guess it didn't matter. We exploded it anyways, didn't we? We're not really on our game tonight. We're missing some really clutch bites and opportunities. Jerkbait, yes, they say. They want to see it. Holy smokes, dude, they all followed like right next to me here. How did that happen? Not good. That's not where you want your fish when you're in shallow waters right next to the boat. There'll be more though, folks. We'll get more opportunities. Don't count me out yet. Down but not out. What a gorgeous night though. That's a jerkbait fish. Get the jerkbaits out. Yep. What in the world, dude? Just raced up at it at Mach 50 and didn't bite it. It's like he went for it and he got so embarrassed he didn't get it. I cannot believe that just happened like that. It's possible I can get this thing down deep enough here. Come on. They're going nuts. Dude, come on with that. That wasn't good. That fish, that first one, blasted jerkbait in there. You'll find more if it spooks up, yeah. Except, you guys see how fast that fish came up? And there was like a Mach 100 rise on that thing. And then he just like came up, was like swung, totally missed, and then sunk back down to the bottom. Walking it in his face. No reaction. Not great. Not great, folks. Come on. Wow, dude, I'm really getting cold shouldered here all of a sudden. All of a sudden they're not liking me as much, you know? Came up and went down. That is a very good summarization of what just happened to me. I mean, that fish should have been like the most done deal of all time. That's like 3 big fish. That's like, I could have closed my eyes and set the hook and caught the fish, to my knowledge. And then to watch that happen, right? Missed that first one, that other big one that just couldn't bite somehow, and then that one that flew up at 50 miles an hour to bite a jerkbait and then put on the brakes. This spot's kind of a popular spot, gets a fair amount of pressure. So that could be one reason these fish are looking a little bit funky here. No, I don't like that. Don't like that. We need big ones stacked up high. That's what we're after. And you get some of these ones just hunting the bottom, which is kind of bizarre, but wow, dude, he got it right here. Oh my gosh, dude, they're just touching it and dropping it. Not making it up. It's like summer crawler fishing where like you almost got to put a little weight on them to see if they're still holding it. Which I haven't done for the last 3 days, and I've caught a bajillion fish doing this. Got a scent lure with breast milk. That's a wild take. I can honestly say I've not tried that, but that sounds like, who commented that? Crow. I like the tip. I'm wondering if there's any fact behind that. If you can give us some experience that you've maybe done that before in the past. That brings me to my other favorite fishing saying though, which is show them something they haven't seen. Which, like, whenever somebody says that, they're about to just pull some wild shit out of the air, right? There was one time I was fishing a dam on a river system, and the guy pulled out, he legit had a bobber on and a spinnerbait. And that's what's showing them something they haven't seen, it looks like. It's like that one little corner was just loaded, and the rest of this is just like a fish here, fish there. This night is absolutely gorgeous though. I got a couple right here though. Oh, bug in the eye. Yeah, they followed it up and did not bite. I'm gonna turn my gain back down here. Somewhere we're gonna run into a real horde of them here again. What do? We caught 3 of them right when we got in the spot? Which fellow YouTuber would you like to fish with in a tournament? Probably any of them. To fish with one guy in the boat? Dude, I only watch hunting on YouTube. Don't watch much for fishing on YouTube, to be honest with you guys. That was bad. I had a loop in my line. Don't hold it against me. Gosh, dude, we're struggling. We're making bad casts. The fish aren't cooperating. Hold it together. They follow it like all the way to the boat, and then they don't bite. I'm not going to keep raking those fish though. We're better than that. We're gonna give this about 10 more yards and then move around. These fish are active either. I mean, it's flat calm out, so could be a little bit of that going on. Now I'm so scared to throw the jerkbait, I don't even want to try it. After you guys talked me into it last time, and then I watched fish just straight up deny me. Dang it, dude, I got the weed. Not good. That is some green cabbage for this early in the year. There we go, there we go. Dude, how are you guys denying me like that? Not good. All right, folks, you guys talked me into it. Jerkbait, where are you? Where are you? We're done messing around, as they say. Getting all squirrely on it. Here comes one. Look at them all. They're all over it. All right, folks, I did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We got one on the jerkbait. This one literally didn't fight at all. He's gonna go nuts the second I touch him in the boat. Yep. Jerkbait, baby. Why didn't we just start with the? I was telling you guys this whole time we had to throw the jerkbait. You guys were like, no, don't throw the jerkbait. Don't do it. Anything but the jerkbait. Fish something even slower than the jig, please. Told you guys we needed to have the jerkbait out. Should have just gone with my gut and done it an hour ago. And we would have caught them all this whole time. Beauties. As the sun's going down, look at that cinematic. Get out of the frame. Back he goes. Can't wait to get back and read the comments. Jerkbait once more. Yeah, jerkbait. Good option this time of year. There's a bunch of them right next to me here, which I got about 100% faith these ones are not going to bite. See it. This is pretty close to get one to eat a jerkbait. And as you can see, they're definitely not about to eat the jerkbait. telling you that an hour ago. Whoa. Let's get some big fish juice going on here, huh? See, dude, and then that happens. You get just the perfect mark out there. He doesn't do anything with it. They're really moving around on me a lot. Very interesting. Really want that fish though. Alright, they're acting really weird on me out here. They're acting very weird. Don't worry guys, I'm not done with the jerkbait. I'm just taking a temporary break from it. Oh, the line's twisted up on the spool. That's not good. I had no idea it was supposed to go this flat out. I mean, it is like glass calm out. Dude, that fish tried and tried and tried to get that leech, and he just couldn't do it. I know what you guys want to see. You don't even want to see me have that in my hand, right? Show me a stack, show me a stack. I don't want to move spots, honestly. You guys think about one more nice little spot change. Some of them just moving so, that one just got out of the way basically of it. Castle Rock or Petenwell? I've never fished Castle Rock. Fished Petenwell. Kind of want to go back to Petenwell. Have you ever fallen overboard? Believe it or not, I did one time. Long time ago in October. Alright guys, I think we're going to move spots one more time. See if we can't get on some little more willing fish. I'm going to let this boat go by that's just outside of me and then we'll move. Mille Lacs or leech? Leech is my go-to there. Anybody here fish Mille Lacs on opener for Walters? Curious on how you thought it was. All right, we're moving. We're moving spots. Hold the phone. Stay with me. We got one more in us. Pick my little area up here real quick. Ever fish Lake Tom? Yes, I didn't understand that question at first, but yeah. We actually filmed a live stream on that lake last year. Very good live streaming lake. If you fish there, you probably would agree on that one. All right, final stop of the evening here. I think the only thing you can throw is the jerkbait, right? That's the only call. Or do we get a jig and a plastic out just for sport? What do I got for jigs and plastics right now? What do I got for jigs and plastics? What do we do? Feed him a jerk minnow? Is that consensus here? We'll get a little 1/4 ounce show jig out. We'll get a little jerk minnow junior. Sometimes you switch baits and like you catch one on the first cast after like 6 hours of fishing. You're like, that was dumb, wasn't it? We didn't try that earlier. We can try it though. Fish are in that weird like fly mood right now. All of a sudden I got a wind coming up. Good luck night trolling, brother. Thank you for watching for a little bit. You see this? All of a sudden I got like wind on this spot. May you have more success than we had today night trolling. There's one just right there. I don't like it though. He dipped down. Those are jerkbait fish. That wind really took my cast right there. Come on. How? Dude. All over me. Not biting. Brutal. Oh, buddy, how did you not bite that? I don't think they like my jerkbait, to be honest with you. Come on. Why don't they like my jerkbait? I don't know. Do we just bomb a plastic in there? Be done with it? Just go straight up, just smashing through the zone. Yeah, see, they're not even really tracking it down. They don't want to be down there in the bottom, I don't think. No go on the bottom. Make some jerkbait fish, they're real high in the water. Ooh, weeds. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're a little fickle tonight. Not quite like the last live stream we filmed. I'm glad we did catch some. When does prime jerkbait season end? Whenever you get fish deeper than you can use the jerkbait in my opinion. And we just went through a great school of fish right there and just couldn't get anything to really happen good for us. They follow it. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh man. You ever have a night where you're just like, I didn't fish very good that time? This is kind of how I feel tonight. Ow. We gotta get one more. They come up, they look real nice. And they just don't end up doing it though. Apparently we should have been at this spot a little while ago, huh? Here we go. Dude, follow, follow, follow. That's pretty remarkable, my friends. Like they're trying, like they're slashing at it, but they can't quite do it. Burn a search bait and crawler. I'd try it if I had it. It's like what they want to bite is the leech, but they're just real slow tonight. The jerkbait's just like a purely reactionary thing, it feels like. It doesn't feel at all like they really want to bite it. Ooh. off the side there. Mitchell would have slipped 2 slip bobbers out now. He might have 6 slip bobbers out right now. That's him, dude. That's him right there. Do it. How? How did you not bite it? Unbelievable. That's just their activity level currently. Did you try the triple float? Yes, the last YouTube video I posted was from there. Bite out there has been good. I should have retied and put a different jerkbait on. That would have been something a smart person would do, for sure. Try a different color jerkbait. Baramac, Project Moon Phase. I know, guys, we're out of excuses. No, I mean, this is just one reason I like doing these. This is just the realistic part of fishing, right? It's totally possible you could have got on a spot, had something a little different dialed in and what the fish were doing, and caught 15 on a spot, you know? This is how this bite is. It's not like they're not biting or that they're just like really lame. It feels like I'm just missing something small. We're gonna take just a couple more casts at him here. Suddenly got this, oh, it's a straight, like, southeast wind kicking all of a sudden. It's kind of bizarre. Gotta wait till the wind dies so I can even cast my bait out there. I mean, I'm dancing that right over the top of them. Yeah! Almost! Guys, we did it. We did it. We did it. Come on. You guys thought I was down and out, baby. You guys thought we were down and out. Oh, yes, yes, yes. There it is. The grind pays off. All things considered, this is probably the slowest I've seen in the last 3 days, but catching, 4, 5, 6 decent walleyes on a little afternoon outing on the lake is not that bad. Obviously, we got some crazy weather thing going on right now. It went from flat calm, south winds, to like almost an east wind. There we go. Beautiful. Look at this sunset. I gotta spin you guys around here. Beautiful night on the lake. Oh, I can't spin you around. The camera stands too taut. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in for this little end of the day live stream. I really enjoy doing these. The sun's right at the tree line right now. If you can't tell, it's about to get pretty dark out. Thanks for tuning into another one. If you guys are not yet, jump over to the Walleye Now side of things. We're uploading tons of content already. Today, I think we uploaded 2 videos to it. Breaking down a lot of the transitional stuff that's going down and all that kind of good stuff. And make sure you get in on the giveaways we got going on over there. The next one we got this week, we're giving away a church board package of planer boards. Next week, Elliott rod. And the following week, the last week of May, fishing trip giveaway with me. One of you guys is going to get in this boat, and we're going to film some YouTube content together on one of my favorite lakes this summer. So all you have to do to win any of that stuff is be a premium member on the Walleye Now side of things. So I greatly appreciate you guys. I guess we could do a little Q&A if you guys got anything. Let's go. Missed a lot of this, please work on notifications. Thanks. So I made a post on YouTube. I'm not honestly sure how to. I can set I think I can set like a timed live stream. The difficult part with those is always weather and service, depending on where I'm going. So I like to like go out. It's difficult, but I'll try. If there's any questions, go ahead and ask. One thing we got asked in the last one was if there's any questions, ask them at the end. We can do a little Q&A here. He's not small though. The fish was kind of small. Live action. All right, howdy Tom, and the cameraman. There's one just got here. I am the cameraman and the star. What hummingbird graph is in the back of your boat? So in the back of my boat, I'll show you guys here what we got going on. We're gonna break the 4th wall here of live streaming. I'm gonna try to attempt to show you guys here. So back here, what we got going on right now is a computer. And this is my setup in the back of the boat here. You guys probably don't see all the time. We got a computer going with all the live streaming stuff going on. This is an Apex 16. Now, do you need a 16-inch graph in the back of your boat? Absolutely, 100%. You do not need that. Are we lagging? Did something happen? No, it looks like we're still good, I see. But what I like about this, if you haven't seen the new Explore interface, it is pretty nifty here. I understand this isn't going to be the greatest camera work you've ever seen in your life, but so this is the same thing that the new Humminbird Explorer has. Now, you hit the home button and then all these other buttons pop up right away. So you're literally 2 clicks away from anything at any given time. There's obviously full screen side imaging right here, right? If I want to run my live imaging unit, this is obviously my live for the back of the boat right now. Comes on the TKI CNC carbon fiber pole. Super quick to dump that in. Like if I'm just going to go out scanning around, I got it all disconnected. Oh, it is on actually. I thought I had the deucer turned off. So you could see like to go scan stuff pretty quick, to go run around stuff with this to find fish if I want to do it this way. Pretty nifty. Obviously it's not even in the thing right now, but the nice part about the carbon fiber live pole is it packs down real short like this. And then you can just lock it in there and travel with it like that. So that's kind of that. Missed most of listening in. Ever tried Moose Lake Flowage? Yes, I have. Not a lot. Is there a weight limit on the boat if I win? I mean, it's as long as you don't weigh over 850 pounds, we're good. That would be a quite large human being. So you prefer the trolling motor mount over the live pole? Honestly, I go back and forth, right? I wanted to run it like this year just to kind of see how I liked it. If this is your first time looking at forward facing, I would 100% run that pole. If you're going to do a lot of fishing like on rivers, if spot locking is a big part of your game, if fishing with other people is a big part of your game, put it on a pole. How would a flowage that is still raising to normal level affect the fishing? This is a good time for water coming up, because generally if you have warming water and rising water, fish are going to be real shallow in those flowage systems. We're catching a lot of fish in flowages in 4 to 9 feet right now. Any other questions? Feel free to ask away here, my friends. Killing times on trout. If not, we'll just sign off. Well, I appreciate you guys watching this one. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Will you ever wear the pink Hayward shirts again? I can't lie, I was a little worried when I said it. Probably not. I don't know if we have those. Come fish the UP. Yes, that's on the list too. So, well, I'm going to sign out. I got some giant venison burgers I'm going to make tonight on the grill with some bacon. I appreciate you guys tuning in, making my job possible. Get over on Walleye now on the premium side for the giveaways. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm going to end the stream. What do you use to get your audio? So audio I use, this is going to be the boring part of this stream, is Sony UWPD 27s. It comes with, it's a dual channel thing. It has one big receiver, I believe you call it, that goes on the camera. It only works with basically Sony cameras. They look like this. They're a little expensive. They're a little under $2,000, I believe, but they work pretty good. And I'm a stickler about audio most of the time. Thanks for sharing. Love it. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to end the stream. We're out of here. Thank you guys for making my job possible.